what I was saying.
I don't care. We're gonna come back to it real quick. You just wait. All right.
This needs to be the part of it, though.
Okay, it will.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Greg. Welcome to the first ever Magnolia Street TV podcast. I'm Greg.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Noah.
I'm Tyler. That was really nice. But anyways,
Confidence is key.
Okay, what were you just saying? You were telling me something about Tarantino's editor's name, Susan or something.
It's Susan or something, but
Explain the story.
It's not Darlene.
It's definitely not Darlene. No, because you know, like the editor, not the editor, but the recorder will be recording whatever the term is, and you know they'll just be shooting the shot or whatever for the editor, and so when it gets sent to the editing room, you know she'll be watching it, and then you know the actor, you know like Uma Thurman or whoever is in the movie will be like, you know, hey Susan, and and then she'll cut it out because she's the editor. Okay,
that confused me because I thought you meant while she was editing, someone would say hey to her, and then she would have to cut it out, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. That was much less interesting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be part of it. I was just saying it before to record. I didn't know.
Gotcha. Well, you could have told me, like, it's not interesting. Anyways, so you should be watching this in the mid of January. It's, what day is it? The 29th of December?
It is.
Something like that.
So let's talk New Year's resolutions. It's about to be New Year's. It's about to be 2018. What's your resolution, Noah? What's one of them?
I mean, most resolutions usually stop by February, but hopefully lose some weight.
Okay. How much? We're gonna hold you to it.
Well, if you're only toast at like 1 pound, then that one I already did it then.
Technically, you completed it.
Yeah. We'll say 25 pounds, and the editor will put it in. They'll put it 25 around it, and then I don't know if she'll do that or not, but
you don't know if she'll do that.
You'll do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't. But what about you?
Mine was also to lose weight.
Jesus Christ, a bunch of fat people in the street.
I wanted to cut back on the beer intake. I like beer. So I'm going to cut that out for at least 6 months.
Like no beer for 6 months?
Yeah. I read that an actor did it. His name's Chris Pratt.
What was that sound?
That was the air conditioning unit.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so Chris Pratt went without beer for 6 months and lost how much?
To get in shape for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is going to be my next movie. Yeah, so he went without beer for 6 months and did some other exercises and shit. So
that's nice.
I want to get a little more lean.
Okay, that's fair. Speaking of movies, this has been movie intensive podcast so far. Is anyone wanting to see Insidious 4?
I didn't even know that was coming out until I heard it on the radio like last night.
Yeah, it comes out January 5th, the new Insidious. Does anyone want to see it like next week?
I didn't even like the third one.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't seen any except the first.
Sweet. So we're going January 5th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. That's it.
We can't do it January 5th. That's the party.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Anyways, we'll talk about it. My New Year's resolution, I had not thought about it until this exact second.
You can't say lose weight. It's already happened twice now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm having an original.
To gain weight.
To make $20 off of YouTube. $20. I think that's fair.
I want to change mine now.
What's yours?
$21.
Okay, good.
No,
I hope
20,
you
it doesn't
achieve it
matter.
because that's just money.
Yeah.
That's 21 divided by 3. Yeah, $20 from YouTube this year, starting with this video. So give this video a like,
Do it to it.
Subscribe.
Let's get to 10,000 likes.
If you get this video 10,000 likes, Noah will shave his hair. You heard it here first.
Wait, what about you?
What do you mean?
You gonna shave your head?
No.
You have more hair than I do.
Huh?
You have more hair than I do, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why it's not worth it.
I'd shave my beard.
Well, first of all, this video is not going to get 2 likes, and we know that.
Okay, the last video got 3 likes.
Damn.
The last
So
video.
it's very fun. This video gets 20 likes. It's like it turns into what is it? Like an auction thing.
Yeah.
Can we get $22.95? We will shave his head. Can I get a call in?
That'd be funny.
We should put a phone here. That'd be pretty sick.
Like a live, you call in?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it live, but like, we
can
could
do
do
that.
it live. It's helpful,
Somebody, Heather calling downstairs. calling the phone.
Oh my goodness, we might have to cut this out to not spoil the next podcast because we'll totally do that for sure.
But then if you did it live, like some random you like person be watching, go home, I'm gonna screw this show up and be like, hey, this is Seymour Butts calling about. And,
That'd be funny. I would love
that'd
that.
be funny, but it's just
That would be hilarious.
yeah, I would definitely do that.
We need a phone. I'll Amazon it. I'll get like an old timey telephone. Like
yeah, that's
a
also
giant.
yeah.
giant one.
Well, no, it'll look like an old like.
Yeah.
Pressure.
I don't have a phone jack.
I mean, it's gonna be fake. I mean, I
Oh.
thought this is what you were saying.
Oh, I meant like a real one.
Yeah, like I was expecting it to ring.
Do you have a phone jack in the house at all?
There's one downstairs.
Okay. Buy like a 100-foot cord. Like how expensive are those cords now? Probably like I'd probably get a 100-foot for like $5.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
Quick question: where'd you get that tracksuit at?
I got it for Christmas. The Adidas store.
Uh,
Christmas. Yeah.
Are you a fan of tracksuits?
I mean, it kind of makes me look like a mobster, so I kind of do like it. It makes me look
I
like
think Mac did that in Always Sunny.
He did.
Yeah.
And I also
Yeah.
wanted one for the Dude, Where's My Car? Just gonna try to do it for like Halloween or something.
Oh yeah, true. I was moving forever.
That's pretty good.
I remember noticed, and we were talking about weight loss a minute ago, and like, cause you talked about Chris Pratt, and then I remember Christian Bale, because he was in some movie, then he was in the Dark Knight, another movie, so he like
The
lost
Machinist.
a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Yeah. He lost like an insane amount of weight,
Yeah.
then gained it back for the Dark Knight, then lost it for another one, then gained it back for another Dark Knight. So like, in the span of like a year or two, he lost like, it was unhealthy. They said it was like it wasn't good for his organs. But
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's my goal now.
Be unhealthy for your organs. Yeah. The Machinist was a really good movie. I liked it. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty
It was
good.
depressing.
Depressing,
Well, I don't know about it. It was just like dark, I guess. Not
huh? It
depressing.
was.
dark.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
Very true.
Yeah,
True.
I haven't seen the movie in a long time.
Yeah.
But The Dark Knight was way better. I'm just
It
saying.
was.
Like, Heath Ledger. Well, I guess you talked the first Dark Knight. It was Scarecrow. Heath Ledger, best villain, top 3.
Yeah. I was playing my Steam like nickname that shows up in games is Scarecrow, and I joined a game just yesterday actually, and some guy was like, "Oh, it's Scarecrow," and I was like, "Yeah," and then he was like, "Oh, are you the real Scarecrow?" I was like, "The one and only," just messing around, because I mean, I didn't know there was a real Scarecrow, and he's like, "Man, I love your videos," and I was like, "Okay, wait. I'm just a dude who likes Halloween. What's going on?" And he like told me to YouTube this guy, and it's like this Australian dude. You can look him up after this podcast, okay? But it's like Scarecrow is like an Australian Call of Duty gamer or something. So like I could have like convinced this guy I was him, but I didn't know. And I got freaked out. So that was my thing.
What are your opinions on the newer Batmans?
Like the
Ben Affleck.
those ones. They're definitely not as good as like the original trilogy Dark Knight. That was like some of the best. That was like one of the best trilogies ever. But
It was pretty good.
the new ones, I don't know. I didn't even see Wonder Woman. I heard that was like the best DC one they've come out with. But
I didn't watch that one yet either.
I heard that was pretty good as far as cause DC's getting a pretty bad rep the past few years for movies. I like Marvel, but I like DC characters better. But for as far as like the movies have gone, Marvel's done.
You like DC characters better? What's your favorite character?
I do like Batman. I'm not like one of those super, like, I don't have like a super strong, like, some people really like, I like Star Wars, I don't really like comics, but, like, I've always liked villains more, so I do like the villains out of DC more, like the Joker. I do like Poison Ivy. What's the dude's name? Dang, what's the dude's name? I can't remember his name. It's like Cinderblock or something like that. He's a newer one, but, yeah. He's in Teen Titans.
Nice.
I like the original Spider-Man trilogy.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Nice.
All the way.
Tobey Maguire was the man. He's a really good actor. I think he's underrated. Brothers,
I
him
agree.
and Brothers is fantastic.
I didn't watch that one yet either.
It's
But
great.
He was in Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good movie.
it's great.
That was a good movie. Yeah, the original Spider-Man, the new one is just so inconsistent that like it couldn't be good.
I haven't seen it, so I can't say anything on it.
Well, I haven't seen the new one from Marvel, but I've seen.
Got it right here for Christmas.
Yeah, I haven't
The
seen
new
that
one?
one, but
It's still unopened.
I've seen like the middle one with the other actor. I can't remember his name.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I've seen those. They were okay, but the new ones are just so much. I mean, the older ones are so much better.
Yeah.
I love them.
I wasn't a big fan of that one. Homecoming.
It's not open. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I saw it in
okay.
theaters. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wasn't that great compared to Tobey Maguire.
Even Andrews are better.
I would say so, just because the movie Homecoming was based more to like a childish audience. I thought.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire was definitely like younger adults.
Yeah,
It
this one's
wasn't
like
really-
pre-teens.
Okay.
Like if you're 12, you'll like that movie a lot.
Yeah, that one. The old one's like kind of like almost dark at first, like the first one, because like.
Yeah.
Does that one? Do any of the other ones show like his uncle getting shot?
I don't
Or,
think
like,
his uncle was in that
anything?
one at all.
Because that one was like pretty dark at first.
Yeah.
So
So
I
I mean,
like superhero movies, yeah.
with Tobey Maguire when they were on the roof, when he was fighting the Goblin, Green Goblin, like that was a pretty intense scene.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Like especially when like Tobey Maguire himself is bleeding, cut up, and then like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
the Goblin gets stabbed, that's pretty rough,
Mm-hmm.
especially for like a child.
And then James Franco, like, whenever he found out that Peter killed his dad, that was like, you know, for like as far as like, because superhero movies now are like you said, based off like more for like younger people. So like you usually don't see that kind of like dark stuff in Marvel at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, The Dark Knight was pretty dark too.
Oh yeah, for DC,
I thought.
DC movies always been darker. Like yeah, Dark Knight for sure is like it's PG-13. Those are like I think that is that PG.
Probably. Where does it say? It's PG-13.
Oh really? Wow. Yeah, Dark Knight for sure is darker though.
Surprisingly.
People blowing up and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the opening with the whole bank heist, like multiple people die in that.
Yeah, that alone was like
That's
was
pretty
like,
bad.
It's like a bank robbery movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then I do like I know all this music, not music, movie trivia. Like I know in the scene with the Joker in the Dark Knight, where he's supposed to blow up the hospital. He's like dressed up, and like what I read was originally that like it was supposed to like you just click it and then blow up, but it didn't. So like he started improvising like while the shooting, he just started like doing his thing, and like it actually blew up and it ended up working out.
Yeah, I read that
See
too.
that.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Heath Ledger, if they would have missed that shot, like the tech guy would have got fired. You think? Like if he, like luckily it worked out, and the tech
Yeah.
guy probably saved his job. But like if Heath Ledger would have just like hit it and broke character, and then it exploded.
Yeah.
Like imagine it'd be a pretty
One
hard shot.
yeah.
But very fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you need one car and no more than one cars? Well, I have the deal for you down here at One Car Kevin's, where we have one car and no more than one cars. Do you want one car? We'll come down to One Car Kevin's. We have one car exactly. You can buy one car and get one free. Just kidding, we only have one car. Like I said, one car, I don't know if you were listening before, but one car and one car only. The lady came down here earlier, she was like, do you have two cars? I said, no, I don't have two cars. Didn't you see the commercial? I have one car, Karen. I don't know why you asked for two cars. We don't have more than one car. We have one car and one car only. If you want two cars, three cars, look somewhere else. We have one car. I don't know what you're doing here. I'm gonna blow my brains out if you ask for more than one car. Oh my God, one car. Why aren't you people getting about one car? I say one car. This is not one and one, this is one. Just one. If you come down here looking for more than one car, I will beat your brains out. Some people want a minivan, some people want a freaking truck. They said, can I get a minivan truck? No, you cannot. I have one freaking car. I don't know what you people want from me. Please come down to One Car Kevin's. We have one car for the price of one car.
The following is paid promotion for the Terry the Turtle for Mayor campaign.
Oh hey, didn't see you there. My name's Carlisle Jackson and I support Terry the Turtle for mayor, because he's a real down-to-earth guy, just like me.
Oh, hi. I'm Maxwell McCulverson. I believe that Terry the Turtle should be our next mayor because he believes in family values, just like me. Hey, sir, would you say Terry the Turtle would make the best mayor?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What did you ask?
Yes, Terry Turtle is the best. He's the best candidate you'll ever see for this nation. Hey, where's my cigarettes?
Okay, let's
Where's
go.
that cigarette?
Yeah, why do you keep bothering me on my word, man? All right, fine. He's all right, okay? Yeah, I said it. Hey, Bill, we got a busted bag over here.
You guys can't keep coming back here. I've already told you guys to stay off my property. I'm not gonna say I'm voting for Terry the Turtle for mayor.
This ad is paid for by the Terry the Turtle for Mayor campaign.
So, you know what doesn't make sense to me?
What doesn't make sense?
Is sushi. Go ahead, Greg.
Sushi does not make sense.
What is it?
Because it's like it's raw fish, but it looks kind of like a tasty treat.
It does.
But then when you eat it, you're like, wow, this is a lot of avocado.
It's like the little orange sprinkles they put on it.
All right, and so we had to cut for a second. Anyways, now we're back talking about sushi
Here we
and
are.
stuff. You may not know this, but we're in a band. Not just us. There's other people. Yeah. Talk
Us?
about. Yes, us.
Oh.
It is us. Where do you want to be with music? Where do you want to be?
Preferably on the stage.
Okay.
Just playing out hit songs that we wrote ourselves.
Okay.
Having a big following and making a living off of it.
Making a living off of it. I agree. Where I want to be with YouTube, music, art, etc. I want to be making a living off of. I want to be able to live off my passion.
Right. And not work 40 hours a week at
Yeah.
a different job.
Yep. Very true. What about you?
I mean, I think everybody wants to be. I mean, like of course, I'd like to be with that with music, but I just like the aspect of like, even like when you start out, like some of the people you'll see like just in Charlotte or around, like you'll kind of have like a small following, just like maybe 100, 150 people know them. They're like, oh, that's that person. It's pretty sick. I'm like, yeah, and then like at that point you get higher. But I just like the aspect of like like starting off small and then getting bigger. That's cool to me, but making a few 100,000 would be.
You went from like I would like to be kind of well
Like
known
100 people
locally,
know us.
but 100,000.
Super rich.
That's nice.
Yes, I don't know. That's just something about certain rags to riches. Pretty.
Yeah, tracksuit to real suits.
Yeah, real suits.
Honestly, it'd probably be like negative. It'd probably I start out dressing nice, and then like the more famous and rich I get, I just start looking like a bum.
I'm with you.
A wife beater.
I think you've said that before.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be designer still, but it'd just be like a wife beater and then like basketball shorts.
$300 wife
beater.
Yeah. Be sponsored.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
That'd be the coolest thing about it.
Yeah, I've always been the opposite though. Like, I wouldn't spend a lot of money on clothes and stuff like that. I would probably keep a $5 pack of shirts at Walmart or something.
Yeah.
I'd like to say something like that, but I have like full Adidas on right now, like, so I can't. I'm kind of like I'm not like super into fashion. I'm not like this is the nicest I'll look probably unless I'm like trying. Like, usually I'm just wearing like a t-shirt and like shorts and a shoe like Vans or something. So that's about as fancy. That's about as fancy as it gets for me. So.
Not bad.
What do you do in the band, Greg?
Well, I play.
Tell us.
I play guitar. You could essentially say I'm the only guitarist.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
I write 99.9% of all things that come out of the band.
Hey, no argument
Words, songs, melodies, harmonies, octaves, minories, majories,
Minorities.
Just kidding. I play guitar with Tyler. Neither one of us are really the rhythm or the lead. It's if I write a song and I write the lead part to it, I'll play it. If not, I'll play the rhythm. It's the same way with Tyler, pretty
True.
much.
Yeah, we switch.
Yeah, we were in a project before this. You can find our songs on this channel. Even we weren't really that happy with it. It's a good start.
You won't be either.
It's a good start. I mean, considering that was our first attempt, that was pretty good, I think.
It's our demos.
But we were co-singers, so once again, if I wrote the lyrics, I would sing it. If Tyler wrote the lyrics, he would sing it most of the time. I might write a chorus, but if I sing the verse, I might have him sing the chorus, etc. It's pretty good, but I'm definitely glad that we're not singing anymore because that takes a lot of weight off us, and I don't have to get better at singing. I don't have to like worry about singing in front of crowds anymore because it was kind of rough.
Just work on that guitar playing.
I will, all the time. Yeah, what do you do, Noah?
I serve the drinks and stuff usually, so
Yeah.
whenever they get hot, and then, but I also, I also am in percussion, so like, I'm the percussion specialist. So like, anytime something needs to be hit, they're like, no, this is what you hit, and then I play the drums is what I'm getting at, but
Percussion.
yeah, so anything like that. I haven't yet, but I play harmonica, so if any of you are looking for a freelancer harmonicist,
Nice.
harmoniker, or I play harmonica, so, and then that's it.
Yeah. What else do you do? Let's talk about this. You make beats, right? You would
Yeah.
consider yourself at least
I'm like
a little bit of a producer.
I'm like a crappy SoundCloud producer, so like just imagine this typical SoundCloud producer, and like this doesn't sound that good, and then I'm like one step below that. So like,
but only one step to them, and then another step above them. So you think, like
yeah.
that.
So like,
You
yeah,
can
like,
get there.
yeah. So like, follow me on SoundCloud. I have like, I think 19 followers.
What's your SoundCloud?
Dang, what is I don't even know. My
Okay.
My name's Noah Smith, but I think I screwed around. I made it like in 7th grade, 8th grade. It was DJ B-Rad Smizeth. So,
Nice.
just he'll probably plug the link in because I don't even know if I can spell that. But
Yes, I will. It's below in the description. It might be on the screen depending on how lazy I am. When I
get me 10,000 followers, I will shave his head.
We're not even gonna get 50 views on this video, no.
I mean, your last video has like 96 views.
Yeah, but it was a scare.
Or
ones
are
vlog.
we?
It was a scare ones vlog. Man. That's pretty exciting.
This is pretty funny. I'm a pretty funny guy.
Is it? Is it?
Did you see that last commercial break? I mean,
just think about like, because I was in your vlog for 30 seconds and you got 96 views. So I'm in this video like 100 times more. So you're gonna get like 100 times more. I'm the reason for 96. Like if you think about it.
that cameo you made.
Yeah, exactly. So
I did leave in a section of you like trying to sweep up what looks like a stick.
yeah, I
something.
couldn't get it. It was like
And
I
just
was
picked
like
it up.
this is he's recording. I can't I can't manage this right now.
That's funny. I'm glad you were a good sport about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hello. Do you think you know about conspiracy theories? Do you think 9/11 was an inside job? What about 9/12? You don't know anything. My name is Mysterious Wayne, and I know everything there is to know about conspiracy theories. If you buy my book, I can teach you everything you need to know to be safe. Safe from the government, you ask? No. Safe from the Illuminati, you ask? Ha! I'm here to protect you from the real people that are against you. What do you know about the super intelligent race of mermen? You probably think chemtrails are chemicals dropped into the air by the government. Wrong. It's actually food to feed the cloud demons from Pluto. You can buy my book for 19 Nebulon ice chips, and if you don't have that, I'll accept Bitcoin.
What's up, guys? My name's Richard Beater. You can call me Dick. I'm running for mayor in this beautiful motherfucking city you're in right now. I love guns, God, and money. You may have heard my opponent, Terry the Turtle. Well, he's a complete piece of garbage. He wants to take your money and your freedom.
Well, he's a turtle, so there's your first problem. He came on my property a couple days ago, right over there, started talking about communism. I looked at him, I said, no, sir.
Hello there. My name is Darlene Patterson, and I'd like you to know I'm voting for that nice young fellow Richard Beater for mayor. He bought my groceries in once. He even offered to help me with my bubble bath.
I have vowed to protect the city at no matter the cost.
Oh my god, I love Dick Beater. He is so amazing. He's like the hottest candidate ever.
So vote for me unless you're some liberal commie hippie.
Top three favorite bands of all time and why?
I gotta start out with my band. My favorite band, Blink-182. Prior to Matt Skiba, just throwing that in there. Everything before that was really good. Tom DeLonge's the reason I started playing guitar and getting into songwriting and stuff like that. So, yeah, just his music and the way he sang and the lyrics and stuff that he sang really touched me in a different way than a lot of other bands could or can. I really don't even give a lot of bands that much of a chance, just because I know they won't come up to that standard of shitty songwriting. And then, and then going more old school, I would say Good Charlotte when they were just beginning, and Fall Out Boy, their first like 4 albums were probably, until they made My Songs No Eat It in the Dark, everything before that, they were just good. Like the lyrics were different, the guitar riffs were better and interesting, and they actually used real instruments instead of like I don't know, whatever they make music with nowadays. So
Fake instruments.
Fake instruments, yeah.
Fake instruments, of course. Alright, so my list is going to be a little bit different, a little bit similar. First, favorite band, number 1, no contest, Bring the Horizon. Before you vomit in your mouth, okay? Hear me out. Back in the day, like 7th, 8th grade or so, I used to listen to like really heavy metal, so like death metal, black metal, stuff like that. And Bring Me the Horizon was, I imagine you would call them deathcore, metalcore, whatever stupid genre you want to call them. At the time, they were pretty heavy, and so I started listening to them. And as my musical tastes were changing, so did Bring Me the Horizon. So now they're like almost. They're alternative now, I would call them. But like they've completely given up. They're like heavier past.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I think Oliver Sykes is really, really good at writing. I think he's one of the best writers that I've ever seen. So Bring Me the Horizon, up there, number 1. Number 2 gets really weird.
Top 3.
Demi Borgir. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say one thing, then that's all I'm gonna say. They're like symphonic black metal, I guess. They use really, really big orchestral pieces in their music. I think that's really cool. So inspiration there. And then number 3, I think it's similar to Tyler. I think it's like Tom DeLonge era type stuff. Boxcar Racer, Angel and Airwaves, Blink-182.
For sure. Yeah, my number 1's anything Tom DeLonge did, really. So
yeah.
Continue.
Well, but like
Angel and Airwaves.
But like you heard it here first.
Yeah, but
You're here
you
first.
know.
What about you?
Mine's kind of hard because I really stopped listening to like a lot of rock. I listen to like mostly rap now. Kind of like the Run DMC, Get Up.
Top 3 artists, period.
I mean, like, well, just real quick, I guess like I could say like bands because when I used to listen, like Rush, favorite band. I'm gonna do two top 3s, and let's get.
Yes.
I'm gonna say real quick, Rush, best band of all time. Get the best drummer. I'm gonna say it. They got a pretty dang good guitar. He plays a 12-string guitar, mandolin guitar, double neck guitar, anything. He plays it.
Sounds like overkill.
Well, I mean,
Jimmy Page could do that.
I mean, well, Jimmy Page's a good guitarist too, but obviously
He's a good guitarist. I think he's a good. You get Jimmy Page, you're a good guitarist.
He's a good guitarist, but
Guitarist.
anyway, Rush, you got drummer, guitarist, really good bassist, keyboardist, all that. Raging Against the Machine, get a bunch of crap. I'm gonna get a bunch of crap, but like they got some, like, you know, got some pretty top-notch songs there. Like, you know, just when you're pissed off, you can just like, you know, rage to it, and then Raging Against the Machine, and then dang, I really can't think of another band. Okay, that was my top 2. Top 3 artists for one top 2, one top. Okay, and then for as far as like rappers go, like there's a lot, but I don't know in any order. But Earl Sweatshirt, one of my favorite rappers. He's kind of like he's from Odd Future, but Earl Sweatshirt, he's like a poet almost. And then old school, I like Biggie Smalls, one of the best rappers, and then Nas, one of the best rappers also.
All right.
Top 3.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
What about top 3?
Top 3
movies?
Start with you.
Golly, we just finished talking. Dang, I don't know, cause like I really like Quentin Tarantino, which I guess everybody likes Quentin Tarantino. Like you gotta like, you know, Inglourious Bastards and all that. But Kill Bill. So I don't know, but Pulp Fiction, definitely my favorite movie for sure. I can say that easy. Pulp Fiction. Dang. I guess I can't really say all the Star Warses, but Star Wars. If I could pick one, I'm gonna say episode 5 of Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back. Good Star Wars. That's like really good cinematography. Dang, the third one. Dang, this is just like random. I feel like I could make a better list if I was prepared. Dang, I don't want to say another Quentin Tarantino movie. That would. Oh Brother Where Art Thou is definitely one of my favorite movies. I don't know if it's my third favorite, but it's definitely like top 10 for sure. So I'm gonna use that.
Coen Brothers, pretty good.
Coen Brothers, yeah. Oh, No Country for Old Men, top 3. No Country for Old Men for sure.
Which one? 2 movies came out at the same time recently. There was No Country for Old Men, and then there was another one. One is about an oil rig, and the other one is about a murderer. Which one?
No Country for Old Men was about the murderer.
Okay. And then there was a movie that came out at the same time. It's about an oil rig where the guy was.
I remember we looked it up before.
I always get them mixed up.
There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
That was
That's a good movie too, though.
Yes.
That is a good movie.
I preferred There Will Be Blood.
Yeah. Oh no.
Compared to No Country for Old Men.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing wrong with either one. They were both
Yeah.
fantastic movies. I think There Will Be Blood was really, really good.
I mean, my dad were talking about it, and I just Tommy Lee Jones and No Country for Old Men, like.
Tommy Lee Jones is amazing.
Yeah.
I was about to cuss, but I didn't. Stop.
He's one of my. He's probably one of my favorite actors, and he probably like stole the show for No Country for Old Men. He's just so funny in that. But
He was pretty good. The murderer dude, that was a really strange actor.
oh yeah, he was a good actor too.
Creeped me
Villain.
out.
Yeah, one of the best villains.
Creeped me out. But I think this is really, really hard. I love movies. This is super weird to do. I would say top 3 favorite movies. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. First is Donnie Darko. And once again, a lot of people give it a bad rap. It's really the reason I like Donnie Darko is not only is it like it's pretty weird, and I like weird. It's kind of like a thriller in itself. It's really interesting to look at that movie from the outside and think of how hard it must have been to really shoot that movie because everything's pretty careful about it where they show exactly like what they show is really weird to the overall message of it, right? They're very careful about what they show, what they film. And I think that's very cool from like behind the scenes type of look at it. Either way, second is the House of a Thousand Corpses
I knew it.
slash
coming up.
The Devil's Rejects. Those 2 movies, they're the same. I mean, one's sequel, one's a prequel, whatever. But they're pretty good movies.
One before the other.
Yes, this one, and then the second one is right after. Very, very good movies. I really like it. Third, this is where I'm gonna cheat even further. Is I would say this is really hard. Any movie that is a psychological thriller / war movie. So like those 2.
Well,
we like all movies.
Like
I can't choose, man.
First say okay, one genre. Okay,
No, okay, everything from like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
To Black Swan, The Machinist we were talking about earlier, Fight Club, like anything that's just like an
Black
absolute.
Swan.
Huh?
Was Black Swan any
Get a
good?
call.
Haven't seen
Black Swan was fantastic.
I didn't watch that
It
movie.
It is there's one scene in the movie where like, what's really cool about it is you could easily miss it, and it's like one of the eyes in the painting moves at the last second. It's so easy to miss. It's such a creepy moment. It's a really, really good movie. Just watch it. It'll definitely make you think like, wow.
Top 3.
I like all kinds of movies and different genres and stuff too.
You can't combine genres.
I'm just gonna run these out real quick. So I like Django Unchained came to mind.
Man,
It's a really good movie. Followed by The Revenant. I think got a lot of crap for that movie, but I thought it was really, really good.
Taking his list.
I thoroughly enjoyed The Revenant. And since I'm kind of going with Leo here, my boy, Catch Me If You Can.
Oh man,
that was a great.
It was a really great movie too.
Dude, that was a great movie.
So, and it had Tom Hanks in it.
Oh man.
Tom Hanks is my favorite actor of all time.
Yeah.
Watch The Burbs. Not a lot of people seen The Burbs. Watch The
Burbs is
Burbs.
funny.
Hilarious movie. Tom Hanks, let's be honest, Tom Hanks is the best actor of all time.
I thought of another good one though. Watching the Santa Claus last night. Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's really good too.
I like Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's really good.
I got appendicitis while I was watching Santa Claus, so I have like a negative
Hold on, you
connotation.
got appendicitis from it?
No,
Because you
while
watched
watching it last year in Christmas, so it has like a negative connotation whenever I.
You associate it with it.
Yeah.
Hold on, you've never seen it before then?
No, I have, but like
Oh.
I liked it, but now it's just like if that like effect where I'm just I like hold this area. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
How was that? Be honest with you.
Appendicitis?
Yeah, I heard.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus was great.
Yes, yes.
How was appendicitis?
Appendicitis. Yeah.
How was it? Because I heard that a teacher when I was in school, a teacher had it and he literally could not breathe for like a couple minutes until the ambulance got there. Like it's always freaked me out mentally.
Like would not go through it again. Like,
Did
it wasn't fun, but
did
like
it go from like 0 to 100 or was it like a gradual?
well, like the crazy thing was, because if you can give me a few minutes to explain, because I gotta like do all this backstory now. Don't tell me it's rude. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. No, but because I worked at Carowinds and I worked in Park Services, so like that has to do with bathrooms and trash and stuff. And when I started working there, like every other month, I would throw up. I get sick for a day and I would throw up, and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do anything for that day. I'd get sick and I'd be fine the next day. I'd be okay, whatever. It happened for a while. And then on Christmas, while watching Santa Claus, I was like, I feel it all day. Like I felt woke up and I felt like crap. I was I was trying to throw up, but I hadn't eaten anything. And that night I finally threw up. Like nothing. It was like I pretty much just drank Gatorade. So I just threw up Gatorade. And okay, it's over now. So like, kind of just sitting down watching Santa Claus, and then I was like, oh man, I think I have to throw up again. I got up, and then right then it felt like somebody stabbed me like right here. Like, I've never been stabbed before, but I was like, oh man, that's not cool. And then I got up and I was like bent over.
I started laughing at your story.
No, it's funny.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like I'm pretty laid back, and then I went to the kitchen. And I was going to the bathroom. I thought I had to like throw up, and then I passed out, and I never passed out. So at that point, I woke up, and like my friend Nate, my dad, had got me. Like, are you okay? And I was like, I don't think so. And I laid back down, and at that point, I couldn't feel my tongue or like anything. I started couldn't feel anything because I was dehydrated because I threw up.
Mm-hmm.
And and then I said, I think I need to go to the hospital. And like, if you know me, I never say I'm like. Usually, even if I have a hand cut off, I'm like, oh, I'm fine. But like, so if I say I have to go to the hospital or something, that usually means I need to go to the hospital. And so like, my dad started freaking out, and he did like 90 down the highway going to the Pineville Hospital, and the whole time like was not a good feeling. Like it felt like it just felt like somebody like had like put something in my organs, I guess, and just was like squeezing my stomach or something. And I was like, this the whole time. Yeah, it was not a good feeling. And then I went to the hospital, and like I was in a wheelchair, and like the lady, I was in the emergency room. The lady was like checking me. She's like, "What's your name?" And I was like dying. I was like, "Can I see a doctor right now?" And she was like, hold on, the process. And I was like, oh, I'm dying. Like, I don't think this is gonna last much longer. And like, but it turns out that I had like a tumor in my appendix, and that's what was causing me to throw up. So,
Jeez, well, that's good. You got it.
yeah.
So did you get your appendix removed?
Yeah.
While you were at it?
Yeah. They didn't know because they got the appendix removed, and then they figured out I had a tumor in my appendix, and that's what was causing me to throw up because it was like doing something to my appendix, and then I had to get colon surgery later.
And all that's taken care of?
Yeah, got some scars.
Yeah, glad to hear that.
But appendicitis, yeah.
I've heard that you can actually die from appendicitis. I don't know about it that much, but
Yeah.
if you don't go to get it like treated or removed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because it's like
Yeah.
you have like poison bile in your appendix. It's
Yeah.
supposed to like, so like yeah, it's like pretty much poison your body.
Right.
Because after the surgery, I had to have like a tube in my stomach that like pretty much like all the stuff was still being like drained out. I had to keep it in me. That was not fun being removed either, but that's for another podcast.
Doesn't sound like fun.
Speaking of like the ER nurse, like taking forever, I cut the tip of this finger off when I was a kid. It was probably like 16 or something. Probably 16. I was cutting duct tape to stripe my bike with. So like I had an all black bike, and I'll take like colored duct tape and like put stripes on it to make it look cool. Anyways, long story short, I can explain in detail later. Sliced down through the duct tape, and like I felt something weird. It felt like, honestly, it's really. Have you ever ripped a shirt?
Yeah.
Right. So like when you rip a shirt, it's like that's what it kind of felt like. The same tension in my finger. It didn't hurt, but it just felt like something was being like threads were being pulled. Really disgusting when I think about it now. But either way, I felt that. I didn't feel any pain. I looked down and there was just like blood everywhere. And like I removed the duct tape and the part of my finger is like bent over my fingernail. The only reason it didn't get cut clean off was because of my fingernail. Like it just kind of like scraped against my fingernail. Anyways, so I go in, I get my mom, we go to the free clinic, which is right beside the emergency room, just to see if they can just like stop the bleeding real quick. Because the emergency room takes forever. Unless you're dying, the emergency room is going to take forever. And I was really wanting to save the tip of my finger. So it was like, I just need to get it stitched up as soon as possible. So I'm in like the thing, I bandaged it up as best I could. And I'm in the free clinic. I think it's called urgent care or whatever. But anyways, I'm in there and there's just like dried blood all down my hands and arms. Anyways, I was the first one in line because I had the most severe injury at that time. So I go back there immediately, and the dude like takes my bandage off and like cleans it out, and he's like, "Okay, so we're just gonna remove it." And I'm like, "No. I want my fingertip back." He's like, "Oh, we don't have suture kit here, man. We're like for colds and flus and stuff." And I'm like, and this is the only time I've ever been rude to a random person before, and I was like, "You put my bandage back on. You're not cutting my finger off." And he's like, "Okay." So he bandaged me up. We go to the emergency room, and so I've already been like without a fingertip for like an hour at this point. And so I'm getting nervous because I know it's going to die soon. And the first aid people, I sit in the ER for like 45 minutes before I'm even called out there. And they take me to the back. After I deal with the people at the front, they take me to the back and they give me like the separate 20-minute interrogation to see if I had done this to myself. Because like
medicine or something.
Yeah, they believe that I have like hurt myself for attention or like to con them. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm gonna lose my fingertip. Why would I hurt myself this way? Because like the whole time I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to play guitar again. Because like it's my fretting hand. Like, I'm never gonna play guitar again. I'm never gonna do this because I'm not gonna have a fingertip. And like it really pissed me off to be just like you in that situation of like, I just want to sew my finger up and then we can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, take care of me first, and then I'll fill out whatever form you want.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, your finger thing, like, that should be, like, the first thing. It's
yeah.
like, let's see if you're like, a drug addict first.
They were like, what's the pain level out of 10? I'm like, 9. It was really, really hurting at that point. Like, more than I've ever, because I could just feel like, it felt like it was dying. Like, I can't describe it better. It just felt like air and all this other bacteria, whatever dirt was on the, it was just like, it felt really weird. And then they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, did you do this yourself? Are you depressed? Like, is it I'm like, just put my finger on it." Anyways, but they eventually sewed it back up, and it was all good.
I have a continuation of that story of my own. Those icy pops where like you'll tear your face up if you try to bite the end off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you see the memes about it and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like 11 and had like.
Oh man, it's too cold to be thinking about ice pops.
So I didn't want to bite the tip off because I don't want to shred up my face, and I couldn't find the scissors from like the butcher block thing, so I had to get I stupidly grabbed like the serrated, like a long serrated blade, and I'm like trying to cut it, and I literally cut my finger, like kind of like you did, and could see the tendons and white meat and all kinds of stuff in there, and they eventually just had to glue like my skin flap back on, so. Just a quick story, but
we're gonna have to like have a gore warning on this.
It sucked pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, did they ask you stupid questions?
I don't recall, but it was pretty embarrassing by itself. Just cutting my finger open with a serrated knife. They're like, "What are you doing with that knife?" So.
I know because when I was in the ER for appendicitis, like, appendicitis hadn't even registered in my head. Like, I just figured like something's wrong with me. I was like, something's wrong with me. I don't even know what. And like I'm laying in the bed, like they have like the IV and everything in me. I'm like laying in the ER. I can hear people like screaming in the background, like they're dying. I'm just like, oh god. Yeah, it wasn't a good night, but like I was just like sitting there, and the lady's like, "Hey, I'm your doctor. So do you think you have appendicitis?" And I'm looking at her. I don't know. It's like, you're the doctor. It's like,
are you in the right place?
Yeah, I was like, I'm in school for this. I hope you know. That was like, I mean, it didn't piss me off. I was like,
depending on how mad I would have been, I would be like, oh, I'm not a psychic.
Yeah. Like, usually I'm kind of smart back to people, like, I mean, in a funny way, but then I was like, you're about to get it. Like, gotta restrain myself so don't piss anybody off. But I was like,
Crazy.
yeah, they asked me the same thing. Like, what's your pain level 1 to 10? I was 10. It's 10.
Yeah, it's like, what are you gonna
Can I go more than 10?
If I say 2, are you gonna stop treating me? Like, what happens? Like, Jesus. But anyways,
Yeah.
but thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. We really hope you enjoy it. We're gonna do one of these a month, so this will be January's podcast, possibly February. Well, it'll be January's podcast for sure. Then we're gonna do one in February, etc. And we're gonna start making skits together. We're gonna start doing some other really cool stuff. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, thank you. Please like, subscribe. Our dream is to make it, like we said, off of YouTube and our art and stuff like that. Please support us.
Support us.
By subscribing.
Top 3.
You're teaching YouTube by liking and subscribing that our channel is relevant, and therefore YouTube will allow it to appear in more search results, etc. So please help us out. Subscribing is free. We're not going to bother you with a bunch of notifications. You can turn notifications off. I don't care. Just subscribe to us. Help us out. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
Here's to you.
Hit that MF like button.
Hey, I'm gonna give a rat's behind if this is Burger King. I want a spaghetti and meatballs right now, okay, bud?